The most simple part, that's what we are going to look at today. And of course my opinion changes every time, but let's go ahead and get started with it. It's going to be very simple. Just ignore all the colors here. All you're going to work with is black and white, regular oil paints that thin out with odorless mineral spirits such as this Gamsol. Now I'm going to add the mineral spirits to the brush, as you can see here, and we're going to tone the canvas with black. This is a pretty cheap 16 by 20. Find, I don't know, any Michaels or any Five Below, anything like that. Hey Mark L. So everybody that's wondering, for anyone that's wondering, this stream will be mostly but not entirely a test of my new setup. I'm in a high-rise apartment using Xfinity's second most expensive internet. And I've done a series of tests already. None of them worked out. This time I have changed my the quality of my stream. I dropped it a little bit and it seems to have worked. So those of you watching this after the fact, this does not impact you at all. But for those of you watching this stream live, let me know if the stream cuts off at any moment randomly. You'll know that when my brush freezes, I don't speak too much, or I don't know what other signs there are of the stream not working. So hopefully everyone had a good Thanksgiving. We're now approaching good old December, and the model that we are going to paint today is going to be purely from our imagination. And of course you can skip this part where I'm toning the canvas and go right into the actual painting part simply by using the cursor on the YouTube video, or you can turn this into a fast-paced YouTube video. But the actual live painting itself really won't take very long. As I said, this is very simple. This is going to be for anybody that wants to get into oil painting or any painting in general. I've got experience in both oil painting, water mixable oil painting, and all the other ones. You name it, soft, watercolor, whatever. I've deemed this right here to be the most simple for anyone out there, simple process. So thanks Mark L. I'm glad that you can hear me. Okay, so toned with the odorless mineral spirits. You'll see now as I run the brush across that nothing is coming off. It's not lifting off anymore, so that's good. That is a good sign. If you're using water mixable oil paints, it will do pretty much the same thing. Now, as I said, it's only going to be black and white today. Like I said, it's going to be the simplest portrait painting you could do. Now I'm going to use the same brush and I'm going to dip it into white. So this is just the white, titanium white, which by the way, I'm using Gamblin titanium white, and the black is Artist Loft. Pretty much student grade. You could use student grade if you want to. I've been painting long enough to tell you that oil paint is oil paint, whether it's water mixable, Artist Loft, Gamblin, Winsor Newton, whatever. As long as you have an understanding of your values and your shapes, you'll be good to go. So now, much a moon, as you see here. This is a slice of cheese looking moon. You see that there? The moon. Now I'm going to add some of the mineral spirits to the brush. See how it thins out the paint? Fluidity of the paint, so when you add the thinner to it, whether this is traditional or water mixable, does not matter. It'll do the same thing. Now you see how it gets towards the end of the canvas automatically. So that's good. That's a good thing. This is what you want the paint to do. Now we're going to imagine this like a sphere, which is what it looks like to you now. It's a sphere. The human head is three-dimensional, and there's going to be a light source. That means you're going to have a light and a shadow side. Now we can cut into our moon shape a little bit, and this becomes our light side. Now, what you're going to do from here is you're going to get a separate brush. So you follow me, it was just kind of like a moon, and then we let it kind of move over to the side. And now we're going to get a second brush. So I'm going to put that down. And you could pretty much use a bristle brush. At this stage, you're going to want to get a piece of paper towel. This is going to be just so that you can wipe off the brush. Yeah, I noticed the stream did pause a few times, so this is now my first actual public test. I've done several tests now. As a pre-recorded, you'll notice that YouTube will correct when it pauses during the stream, but thanks for letting me know, Mark. Now what you're going to want to do is think about this yet again like a sphere. So here's the edge of the sphere here, and here's the edge here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a center line. So this is going to be a center line of the human head. This is a 3/4 view approximately, meaning you're seeing more of this side of the face than this side of the face. Think about this as an egg with a line directly towards the middle. So Mark L and everyone else that may be watching this live, let me know how the stream is working or not working for you. Again, thanks Mark L for telling me that the stream did pause a couple times, which I kind of expected it to. But the question is, will it go off completely as it has in my previous tests? Thank you, Xfinity, for the second most expensive internet you have. But anyway, this is going to make it more official. Going from egg to human. How do you do that? So think about perspective, right? Things that are closer to you seem bigger. Things that are further away from you seem a little bit smaller. So things that you're looking up, if you're looking up at the model, imagine this being the brow ridge. That means that you'd have another line here for the nose, another line here for the mouth, and then of course the chin would fit somewhere down here. So now it's going to be really simple. Put in another line here, put in another line here, and this is going to give you your nose shape. Another line here, eyebrows, eyes, nose. So again, let me know. I know choppy. This, like I said, this is not going to be a long stream, so it will be over before you know it. But let me know again how this goes. And anybody wondering why I've been gone for so long, remember the center line. This is going to give you the bottom of the nose, bottom middle of the nose. Make a little shape there for the mouth. Make a little shape there for the nose. Middle of the eyes, but don't put a little mark here because your model would be a cyclops. So a little mark there for that eye. A little mark there for this. Follow me as we start to put in triangles. So eyebrows are here and here. And now this is our shadow. So we can start to add some form to this. This will be the shadow shape for the nose. I did say triangle, didn't I? So there's one triangle there. Here's another triangle here. So here's the part where you're just going to have to trust me. Just trust me. Triangle here. So this triangle here, triangle there. But we don't need to get that specific about it. Not yet. Now here for the mouth, put put in another triangle for the chin. And you may ask, where is that triangle? Well, it's here. There's another triangle. And all you do is fill this part in. Light and shadow. Real simple. But then you may be wondering, well, that doesn't make sense. Don't people have a neck? And yeah, they do. So the neck would be simple. Pretty much think about it as a cylinder. There you go. A little cylinder. Which all it's going to do for us, if you're following along with this painting, for the neck here. And I know it looks like a human, somewhat like a face, but on a blimp. So we're going to get those specifics really soon. Now we're going to add another triangle. This is where I ask you to just trust me. If you are a beginner painter, this is painting. And this is just going to give us a collar for a shirt. See that? Series of triangles. And now we're going to give some character to this head, this human head. So the older model with a beard, notice December, right? This is December. And wherever you're watching, whatever time it is, this is still going to be relatively simple. Right here between the nose and the eyebrows. You can even do a little circle right there for where the ears would eventually fit. Will you need it? So just have a little smudge for the ear there. Now, I will choose this older fellow, so down to trust me here. So now that we're going to add the beard is going to be in light. So you just trust me with this. So we're going to add the beard like so. If you have experience painting, then this is funny for you. If you don't have that much experience, see something this simple. But don't worry, it'll get slightly more complicated, but not that much more. So just like with the moon shape that we started before, light, shadow, this is going to be lighter here. And let me know how the connection's working, if you can still hear me or not. So this is going to, and we're going to let it get darker as the brush moves across to the right. So let me know if you're still watching this, if the video is still working. Hairline. Yes, this is going to be an older fella, but we're still going to give him his hair. So there's his hair starting to emerge here. Just like the moon shape. Right here. Thanks for all the likes, those of you that have left a like. And just let the brush kind of get darker as it goes away. So it's cutting out frequently. Thanks for letting me know. Like I said, I'm going to have to tweak my settings again. Try this again later. Now we're going to blur that edge. Because now we're going to add slightest bit of specificity here. Simple, most beginner-friendly portrait. And it created the value there for you. Hey, him, A-S. Yeah, sorry about that. Again, it's mostly a test, but not entirely. I hope that this video will work. So remember, light and shadow. So I guess that's why most people probably already left the stream, was because the internet was a little choppy. Triangle, right here. The key word is triangles. Another triangle of light here. Officials with their hair. I've been trying to figure it out for a while. I have the building that I live in. They only work with Xfinity. It's not like I can just go and get Verizon again. It only works with Xfinity. So it's been kind of a challenge. Okay, so now you have the shape for. Now we can eliminate these lines and start to add some specificity to the head. And this is just white, giving you a plain change right there. Yeah, so if it keeps happening, if it keeps cutting off, I will probably have to just do pre-recordeds. Those of you watching this after the stream ended, YouTube probably corrected the errors. So more white here. See how we're shaping the nose. So again, it's not like I'm trying to run away from you all. It's just now you see what I'm dealing with. Hey, brother Eric. And on top of that, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I've been sick for a couple of days. It's kind of a nuisance. It's been a tough move, I will say. Much tougher than the last one. Just follow me along with the shapes here. Just light and dark. Now he's going to have some tear bags. But for starters, we're going to create just kind of like a lemon shape for the eye. Yeah, I hope everyone's Thanksgiving went well. I've been sick for a while now. Not happy about that. It's been about 5 days. I still don't feel 100%. You can probably tell it in my voice. Now we're adding a little finesse to the face. And of course, we are going to add glasses. So older man, longer hair, glasses. Could this be me in the future? I hope so. I hope I'll still be around when I look like this, even though I've never succeeded in growing a beard like that. Now guess what? See this here? Another triangle. Yep. Hey brother Eric, I'm glad you like this. You know, if the disruptions are too much to be sustainable, if disruptions are too much to be sustainable, then I will have to do pre-recordeds or figure something else out. Thanks, brother Eric. Yeah, it's better. It's better, but still have been having trouble sleeping and all that stuff. I mean, it's kind of that season. Again, triangle. See that? Triangles pretty much everywhere. And we start to subdivide to triangles, the triangles as we go. And just a triangle. So first it started out as a triangle. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you can look at it as 1, 2 triangles. 1, 2 triangles with a little bit of a curve here. Here's a little tip for you. The closer you get to the eyes, the softer you want to make your edges. The closer you get to the eyes, the softer you want to make your edges. And somehow, in some weird universe, it makes it look more realistic. Oh, thanks, Eric. Yeah, I've been... Water, of course. Lots of water, sleeping a lot. I spent almost like two whole days sleeping. So yeah, I've been doing the best I can. And on top of that, today, it's not my decision, but today is the totally unreal for MVPs in my league, my 8-ball league. And my team's relying on me, so I'm gonna go there and I can cancel it. I made this a little darker for the eyebrows. Still simplest portrait you can possibly do. It's slightly realistic. Values. You're a wizard, Harry. A little bit of light for the nostril here, but not too much. Don't overdo it. Accent for the upper eyelid. Now we're going to start to add some details, but we will add glasses. Light for the upper eyelid. Ain't no rest for the wicked, right? As you get closer to the eyes, edges tend to get soft. So automatically, we soften things that get closer to the eyes. And it's weird how it works. It's weird. But it works. A little bit more light for the forehead, as this will be just like a sphere, the part that faces the light the most. As he is an older fella, there's going to be some creases on the forehead. Start with a very simple, almost like a bird. You ever draw a two-dimensional bird? Like this, kind of like a seagull. Almost looks like an M. Think about it like Dragon Ball Z fans. Those of us millennials that are interested in painting will know what I'm talking about. Now add some light, soften them, and it just will kind of make it look like creases. It's weird how that works. Eyebrows are going to have gray hair. So his eyebrows have some gray hair. Kind of weird how that works, but it kind of works. Now, of course, don't leave the eyes like this kind of dark, this dark ominous thing. If you've seen Supernatural, you know, the show with Sam and Dean going demons and all these kind of things, they can usually tell if someone's possessed if their eyes are dark like this. So don't make, so everything goes down to the moon. All of a sudden, there's a mini moon there, and all of a sudden it looks like an eye. Mini moon. All of a sudden, da, 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 looks like eyes. But what? Just like we started before, a sphere with a little bit of light. Oh, kind of like a sphere, and it has stick, even though it didn't have any form yet. The same thing with the eyes. Da, 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 da. And just like with the forehead, use the back end, just like the forehead. All of a sudden, it's a realistic looking thing. But how did that happen? Hey, Jonas. Welcome, welcome. This fella's starting to look real. And of course he's going to have some creases by his nose. So, just like we did at W, we will go and it's going to be that much more simple. We're going to put it in a line. A little sound effects and everything. blur this up. Gotta let it blur. There you go. Blur this up. Gotta let it blur. For some reason, the closer you get to the eyes, things tend to get softer. Weird. But sometimes things get softer anyway. Like that. Oh, thanks, Brad. I'm glad you liked the tip. And this gets nice and soft. Here's how you soften things, really. And right underneath, there's going to be a lot of light. Just trust me on this. It'll make it look more realistic. Da, 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 da. Now it starts to look like he has a crease, making him slightly more realistic. But how? Form. Very simple form. Same thing is going to happen with the facial hair. Remember, this is just titanium white. This is going to get lighter. And we can go and put in a plane change, why not, to differentiate the crease. There. Not crease from Cobra Kai, but a different crease. There you go. Very simple. You want another triangle? Here you go. And there's going to be some dark underneath of this one. A dark triangle underneath of a light triangle. Here. Underneath of a light triangle. Here. But a slightly different triangle. It is not isosceles. Not an isosceles triangle. Oh, hey Lisa. Welcome, welcome. I know I've been missing everybody. I've been missing you and everybody. I really miss my old streaming setup, but I had to move and things are not as they seem anymore. But it'll all be okay. Light triangle, dark triangle. Could it be another moon or another triangle? Let's do another moon. Da, 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 da. Moon full of light. See how I'm keeping these shapes really simple? It's a beard. Now we just add stuff into it. That's simple. Here, triangle. The moon. So I do it. Now we're going to add another moon. Da, 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 da. This is going to be an elongated moon. Kind of like a banana. Da, 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 da. Another moon. And then we just add a triangle. There you go. Add a triangle. And now fluff it out. Add things to it. Da, 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 da. Now you've got more form. See? That's simple. That's simple. Told you. I told you. Most simple portrait you could paint. Now I did say that we would add some glasses, did I not? Yes, I did. Yeah, at least I figured it would do that. This is just my first attempt, though, publicly. I've done several. Oh, believe me, it gets worse the closer that it's to the time I used to stream, so yeah. But thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna have to figure something out. I may have to just go stream somewhere else. There goes working from home. So here, there, a moon shape here, facing the other direction. Some of it's cut off because the nose. moon shape here, but it's a little bit smaller. Trust me on that. This distance is smaller than this one. Let it fade into the hair. By fade, I mean literally that. Light. Yeah, it's been a tough couple weeks. I'll figure it out. Light here. Again, a moon shape. Another half moon or whatever, quarter moon shape here. And all of a sudden, it's going to look like he's got some glasses. Light here. I mean, Harry did, but the guy I'm quoting didn't. At least I don't think. I don't know. It's been a while. And of course, well, there is light. There is a cast shadow, unless you're talking about a laser pointer. So, a little bit of shadow here. Triangle, why not? Small triangle. Small triangle. And now, while we are almost done, it's not even been white, and we're going to pick an area that's going to choose here. Choose wisely. Or just trust me. Just trust me. Fluff this out here. Here. Shine a light on me. Here. A little more light here. Just trust me. Do not question. Trust me. Thanks, Lisa. Here. Do not question. Just trust. Just trust me. Light. There. Blur it out slightly. And now here. Blur it out slightly. And whatever's left on the brush, put it here. And some here. Little mini triangle. Just let the brush run out of light. Just trust me here. Do not question, just trust me. And you will find that in less than an hour, you will create the simplest portrait painting you can do. Whatever's left on the brush, over here. Why is it located exactly there? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Whatever's left, maybe here. But why? Don't you worry. Let me figure these difficult things out so you can just do it on your own and have fun. Impress your friends and family. Thanks, Lisa. Just trust me and impress your friends and family. Look what I painted. Something so simple. Now be careful with the floating one. But, you know, my boy here needs to have shoulders. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. This time just the odorless mineral spirits go. And pretty much another triangle, basically. Now, here's the thing. Let some of the tone underneath show through there. Some of it. Now, while you still have paint, if you still have paint left, here's where you get rid of it. So you've got some paint left, and you've got some of the background left. Forget the face, it's done. Sometimes the background does stuff for the face that you would not so easily figure out. So we're going in with the dark. Trust me on the shaping of the hair. Just trust me on it. Don't question it, just trust me. All of a sudden, the hair will look more realistic. Somewhat realistic. Now, how did he go and do that? He's cleaning his palette. That's what you're doing. Basically, take the rest of the black palette and hope that I can find a better internet provider or something so we can do more of these. Or let's hope that this one goes viral. Please like and share the video, help it go viral. Help me stay in more content from me other than YouTube. You can check out my Patreon. All you gotta do is just go on your search engine and type my name, YUPARI, and put classes online, and you should find me. Even if by the time you're watching this, I'm not on Patreon, somewhere. And you'll find me. And let it run out of paint. Kind of ghostly, unanswered questions. Sometimes that's the best thing for you to do. It's just to leave it kind of ghostly. And you're going to add your signature wherever you want. I'm going to sign it down here. I'm going to just use the number of the year. And that's that. All in under 45 minutes, you've got yourself the most simple portrait that you can do. Help it get somewhat viral. Help somebody else out by sharing this video for them. Remember, YouTube is, at this point, remember, completely free. Yes, there are going to be some ads here and there, depending on your plan. And I will hang out for a couple minutes, see if there are any questions here. Oh, Beery, yeah, the Cobra Talons are the ones that I recommend. By non-toxic, I think I misspelled it, but by non-toxic, you can clean it with water. So, this is what they look like out of the tube. And they thin out with water. You could do the very same thing that I just did, but with Cobras, and you'll be fine. Every paint is toxic, though. If you sorry, every paint is toxic if you mishandle it. Like if you put your hand in the paint and then all of a sudden grab like a cup of tea and then grab the inside of the tea and then, you know, just be careful with things like that. But Cobra will be the safest option for anyone that's worried about the toxicity of the paints. And you can use the regular paints just fine. You don't even have to clean the brushes. Buy cheap brushes and put them in a container of linseed oil and be just fine. Never, ever, ever put any acrylic and watercolor. Never put any of your cleaner, whether it be water or whatever, in a non-designated art cup. Never put your cleaning material in here. Don't cut this up and then fill it with water and use it to clean out your acrylics or your watercolors. You will accidentally drink it and you're gonna go and have a bad day because of it. So just be mindful of things like that. Gambling 1980. It will not act just like lead white, but it will be transparent. And pretty through the century, you really don't need to use anything toxic if you don't want to. Though it is kind of fun to use the more traditional materials, you know, just for the retro perspective. It's kind of fun to drive a 1960-something Corvette down the street, but it doesn't mean we have to. You know what I'm saying? It's the same kind of thing. Hey, Julia. Can you use Cobra paint on acrylic-like canvas? Yeah, you can use Cobra on acrylic. Anything you tone with acrylic, you can paint any oil base over it. You just can't do it the reverse. Cobra in your paint with anything else. With any water mixable, I would suggest you stick with that company's mediums and thinners. Try not to cross them unless you have experimented enough with them. But for most purposes, water does any of the materials, the water mixables. I appreciate all the questions, everybody. And again, yeah, I've been gone for a while, mainly trying to adjust with the move and all that stuff. Oil painting with acrylic. If you're in a hurry to send it, if you're in a hurry to send the painting, sign the back side of it or sign the side with something permanent like a Sharpie, but don't sign acrylic over oil paint. I've never that would end. Just trying to help you out there. I appreciate all the questions, everybody. Thanks, Beery. Yeah, just check out my my Patreon. You can send me anything that you want. So it's all good. I was a little bit strict. I was more strict last year, but I think I'm just gonna let things be a little bit more easy. Yeah, just check out my Patreon. Alrighty, so that's it, everybody. I'm gonna go rest up a little bit before I have a pool tournament that I am not ready for because I don't feel 100%. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please do me a favor, like it and share it with others so that this can become somewhat viral. Again, every year I do something like this, the simplest portrait you can possibly paint. Again, this is this is just 1 year's version. We'll do another one the following year and so on and so forth. Again, thank you all so much. I wish you all the best, and I will see you again.